The skeleton found in the cave was not small. It was not hunched. It was not the stooped, primitive figure most people picture when they think of ancient humans. It was built like an athlete. Broad shoulders, dense bone, muscle attachment points so pronounced that modern forensic anthropologists use them to estimate how much force the person could generate. The estimate comes back higher than most professional athletes alive today. We have been telling ourselves the wrong story about ancient humans for a long time. The story goes like this: we evolved, we got smarter, we got better. The implicit assumption underneath that story is that we also got stronger, healthier, more physically capable. The fossil record says otherwise. In almost every measurable physical dimension, the humans who lived before agriculture were larger, denser, and more physically capable than the humans alive right now. And the reason why is one of the most uncomfortable things modern civilization has produced. Start with the bones. Bone density is not fixed at birth. It responds to load. The more physical stress you place on a skeleton across a lifetime, the denser and stronger the bone becomes. Ancient hunter-gatherer skeletons show bone density so far above modern averages that researchers initially assumed the samples were contaminated or mislabeled. They were not. They were just the bones of people who used their bodies every single day of their lives in ways that most modern humans never approach. A study comparing the leg bones of ancient hunter-gatherers to modern Cambridge University students found that the ancient bones were significantly stronger, comparable to the bones of modern cross-country runners, but without the running. The loading came from everything: walking 10 to 20 kilometers daily across uneven terrain, carrying heavy loads without mechanical assistance, climbing, digging, throwing, building with the hands. The skeleton of an ancient human is the record of a life spent in constant physical demand. The skeleton of a modern human is the record of a life spent largely without it. Height follows the same pattern with a more complicated story. The tallest humans in the fossil record are not ancient, but the collapse in average height that followed the invention of agriculture is one of the most dramatic and well-documented physical changes in human history. When humans transitioned from hunting and gathering to farming, average height dropped by several inches within a few generations. It took thousands of years to recover. In some populations, it has not fully recovered yet. The reason is nutrition. Hunter-gatherers ate a diet of extraordinary variety, dozens of different plant species, multiple animal sources, a range of nutrients, proteins, and micronutrients that no single agricultural crop can replicate. Farming concentrated the human diet around a small number of staple grains. Calories became more reliable, nutritional variety collapsed. The result was a population that was fed but not nourished in the way its biology required for full physical development. The strength gap is not just about bone. Muscle attachment sites on ancient skeletons, the points where tendons connect muscle to bone, are dramatically more pronounced than on modern skeletons. These sites grow in response to sustained muscular use. Ancient humans were not born with more muscle. They built it through a life that demanded it constantly and provided no alternative. There was no sedentary option. Sitting still for 8 hours was not something the ancient world offered anyone. There's a version of this that is easy to romanticize: the noble primitive, physically perfect, living in harmony with the body's natural state. The reality is more complicated. Ancient humans were also shorter-lived on average. They died from infections that a single course of antibiotics would resolve today. They experienced pain and injury with no relief beyond what the immediate environment offered. The physical capability came at a cost that most people would not choose. But the data is still the data. The bodies our biology is designed to build, given the inputs that biology evolved alongside, are larger and more physically capable than the bodies most modern humans actually inhabit. We are not living in the bodies our genome is capable of producing. We are living in a reduced version, shaped by an environment that removed almost every physical demand the genome spent millions of years adapting to meet. The skeleton in the cave was not an anomaly. It was the default. What we consider a normal human body today, the baseline we measure health against, is itself a product of 10,000 years of agricultural diet, sedentary work, and reduced physical demand. We are not comparing modern humans to some exceptional ancient athlete. We are comparing modern humans to what an ordinary person looked like before civilization made physical effort optional. The ancient human in that cave did not train, did not follow a program, did not optimize anything. They just lived in a world that required everything their body had every single day, and their bones recorded every demand that world made of them. We found those bones, we measured them, and what we found was not primitive. It was the ceiling we have been slowly moving away from ever since.